Welcome back to the Grand Union Canal. This week we will tell you more about this waterway.
And we've also got a compilation of some of our most funniest outtakes, so
Let's get started. For anyone that has a blocked sink, the best thing to use is soda crystals along with vinegar. So we basically put some of these soda crystals into the sink as so. In our first episode, I taught you how to clean windows with vinegar. Well, there's a dual purpose for this. It can also unclog sinks. So we have the soda crystals in now, and now we gently pour some of this vinegar in, and it should attack the blockage. See the bubbles bubbling away? That means that it's doing its job. We'll leave it for about 10 minutes. Afterwards, we will run it through hot water, and then that should clear your sink right up. 10 minutes has passed now, and it looks like it might have cleared. Only one way to find out. Well done! And that is a good way to save money on those expensive drainage blockage removers.
the Grand Union Canal is the longest in the UK. It runs 137 miles from London to Birmingham.
The Grand Union Canal has many different walkways, and it crisscrosses all different counties. It's a beautiful way to get close to nature.
The Grand Union Canal was created by amalgamations between 1894 and 1929 of several other independent waterways. And today the Grand Union is generally taken to mean the canal from the Thames at Brentford in West London to the junction with the Digbeth branch in Birmingham. For more about the Grand Union Canal, and in fact the entire canal network, you can check out the Canal and River Trust website, and the address is on your screen now. When you watch our smooth performances, you'd never guess that sometimes things go wrong. Well, they do. Let's take a look. That's funny. Let's see what's on the telly. Oh, that's strange. There's Paul. What are you doing?
Here to tell the viewers about this week's
No, that
show.
doesn't work either. Well, I wonder what's on the TV at the minute. That's strange.
I'm here to tell the viewers about this.
Shall we just not do it then?
No. Do you want me to record that again?
No.
I feel like I didn't give us enough time.
That's strange.
I'm here to tell the...
Any time that you're doing this, don't look at this camera. If you're doing a review, if you're doing the cookery,
You can stop that and then we'll start again. One of the books that I've read during this pandemic is Barack Obama's A Promised Land.
Stop. That's going off. Well, while Paul continues, while that lovely salmon is cooking in the oven, let's take a break for a book review. And a little bit earlier on today, so while the salmon is cooking away in the oven, let's turn our attention to books. And Paul's gone out to do the shopping. So while Paul's gone out to do the shopping, I've been a little bit crafty and got some beans ready for him to taste later on. He's not going to know whether they are... Okay, that doesn't work. Well, Paul's gone out to do the shopping. I've been a little bit crafty and I'm preparing dinner. So I've got some baked beans tonight. We're keeping things simple. But have you ever thought how much you've paid for your baked beans, whether you're, you know... And I'll be keeping... Oh, what are you doing? Welcome to Kew Gardens. In fact, oh! Why every time I... You're going to be in the background. No, I'm not. Don't worry. You should have got that on camera. Oh my God.
We really...
Well, there's more from Ruislip Lido still to come. But next up, Paul whips up something quick.
Yeah, it's windy.
Let's do that bit again.
Coming up on Saturday,
We get our gardening gloves on,
Marcus delves into Uxbridge history.
and Paul opens up on a very personal struggle. Join us Saturday at noon.
We'll see you then. Coming up on Saturday. So we are going to be cutting my hair today. And we have been...
Well, there's more... Okay, it's gonna move.
Probably not.
Of course, St Mary's is the oldest existing part of the original Uxbridge. Wrong way round. You know, it's incredible to think that St Mary's Church dates back to 1245.
Today, we are looking at essentials for Chinese cooking. Max is the place that I go to for all my essentials in Uxbridge. Here are my essentials for Chinese cooking. First, you need a good oil. We don't use olive oil because the taste is a bit too strong. So you can either use vegetable oil, corn oil, but I like using peanut oil. It's a bit mellow, it's not as hard, so I am using this right now. Another type of oil that I use is sesame oil. A little goes a long way. I would add this after the meal is done, so you just put maybe a tablespoon or 2 at most. You toss it around, either your noodles or your rice or your stir fry, and it's delish. Chinese cooking is all about the sauces, so why don't we talk about that now? So you need a nice soy sauce. Okay, so soy sauce comes in light soy sauce and dark soy sauce. A light soy sauce has a lot of sodium in it, so this would lead to high blood pressure. So if you are going to use this, use it sparingly. The dark soy sauce is great for the coloring, and there is a lot less sodium in it. So I would use this to color the fried rice. I would use this to get some caramelization in the meat. But in order to make it authentic, I would add the dark soy sauce with brown or white sugar, mix it all about, and then use a tablespoon or 2 of corn flour, and then this will add as a thickening agent, and it will make the meat a lot more glossy and a lot more shiny, and then that's what you want in the Chinese cooking. Another go-to for me is Shaoxing rice wine, or just rice wine. If you don't have rice wine, you can always use sherry. That's another thing that you can use. Fish sauce. Marcus doesn't like fish sauce at all. There's a fishy character to this. It's very pungent. It's very in your face. I don't really notice it per se. The reason I like it is because there's an umami flavor. There's an umami taste to it, and that means that it kind of makes you want more, and you kind of want to have more of this. It smells horrible, but it tastes really good. And I always use this with my fried rice. So yes, I would say definitely get the big bottle because you will use it all eventually. This is a go-to for Marcus. He likes to use the sweet soy sauce. We use this for things like dim sum, and he likes to have this with shumai. For me, I need a lot of sriracha, so you could buy it from regular retailers or you could get the specialized versions. So I get it whenever I'm out of it. Rice vinegar. Rice vinegar is another staple for Chinese cuisine. Another essential for Chinese cooking is Chinese 5-spice. You use a teaspoon of this. Teaspoon is quite a lot. And that's especially true with ground white pepper. You just put maybe half a teaspoon or 1 teaspoon at most. And then it will give the right amount of pepperiness to your dish. Garlic, ginger, and spring onions are essential for Chinese cooking. They're what you call the trinity, where you fry them together in the wok to give the aromas and the flavors that you would expect from Chinese takeout or eaten at the Chinese restaurants. Another staple is coconut milk. This serves as a thickening agent sometimes. So I know that I've used this with Thai cooking when I used lemongrass, red Thai paste, or the green Thai paste. And then this will make it creamy, delicious. And last but not least, I need to show you one more thing. You need a good wok to help with your essential Chinese cooking. The wok is very sturdy. It's quite a good one. I've had this for a few years now. I got it at one of the Chinese supermarkets. So with this wok, you need a nice lid, because there are many times when you would use the wok and you need to add a few tablespoons of water in it to help with the cooking, and the water will just evaporate. But then if you have a lid, it would act as a bit of a steamer and it will help with your cooking process. The lid is great to have, and it helps with all of your cooking needs. FYI, don't forget your steamer. This is especially important when you are preparing or making your dim sum. The ones that I have in the freezer anyway.
So how much do you know about the show? It's time now for our big quiz. So thanks for joining us for this quiz today.
Yay!
2 of our biggest super fans.
Thank you.
So we're going to see how much you know about the show.
Did we take the quiz?
Yay! I guess I'm going to say Jen's going to win.
So what we'll do, as we go along, we'll use my very high-tech scorecard, and
our
you'll see
high-tech
each question
tabulation.
along the way. And I will note at the end of each question, I'll give like a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you can each give your answer. And I'm not going to say if you're right or wrong. I will just mark it here, and then at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So then we're not tabulating. You will be.
I'm going to tabulate it on my very high-tech system. And Paul is because we have 3 Macs running at the same time.
I'm just running on an iPad.
Zoom, quiz, and then there's another one behind taking another view of.
Yes,
of us.
I love your multi-angles.
Yeah.
No ceiling cam.
You like on the TV as well?
Yes, I love it. The back.
Okay, let's take the quiz. Tick the quiz. So question number 1, are we all ready? What is the first thing Marcus said on the first show? Was it, we thought it couldn't be done? Was it, they said it couldn't be done? Or was it, we've finally done it? So we'll give you a little bit of time to think, and then we'll give you a countdown.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so we'll go 5.
Wait, are we going to click on it, or are we going to tell
Yeah.
you?
Well, you can click on it. It'll take you directly to the next question. But it's
Okay.
I'm going to have to ask you what the answers are for my high text.
And I forgot because it just left.
Okay, so you forgot, Sharon.
It's okay. I know can I just say A, B, C, D or something?
Yes, there was no
Okay.
D, but okay.
Because that's the easiest way to scream out the answer anyways, correct?
Oh, okay. Well, Sharon, you go first then. So as you, so you've still got it in your head. Did you think it was A, B, or C then?
C.
You thought it was C. Okay, I need to check myself what it was. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
And Jan, which one did you think it was?
We finally done it.
Oh, she has a board.
Oh, look at that. We're all going high tech here.
I'm in my teaching setup right now, so I have my.
So you
I don't have a
You've
whiteboard.
both given the same answer in that one, so you're both still level, no matter
It was
what
dedicated.
the question is.
Okay, can I write on mines then, if that's the case?
Okay.
It's Marcus and his husband Paul from Uxbridge. Well, they said it couldn't be done, but we're here with our brand new show.
Yes.
The question 2 is, what was the name of the Eurovision superfan who was on our show? So, was it A, Debbie, B, Doris, or C, Donna? And we'll give you a few seconds to think.
I think I know.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sharon, what is your
Donna.
answer?
Donna.
You say Donna. And Jen, what is your answer?
I really don't study.
So you're both still level. You may be on 0, you may be on 1, you may be on 2, but we shall see. Question number 3 is about Ricelip Lido. What did Paul eat at Ricelip Lido? Was it fish and chips, ice cream, or a chocolate bar? Think back to when that was. It's also features in the new titles as well.
That's why I remember.
Ah.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, that's a good cheat.
That's what I was thinking too.
All right then. So Sharon, what do you think the answer is?
It's ice cream. He had 2 in his hands.
And
I know it was yours, Marcus.
So
okay.
we had to do the filming.
Oh, well,
I remember because Paul's like fake licking. I'm like, why doesn't he just actually lick it?
He probably did. Because, COVID restrictions.
Yeah. Well, moving on to question 4 then. What Uxbridge street did Marcus visit? You may recall that Marcus walked along a street, talked about a church, talked about bookshop and a pub. So
was it what?
Oh, I don't know.
Was it?
I
West
forgot.
Street, Reading Street,
Between
or
2
Windsor
answers.
Street?
And I'm going to guess.
So we'll give you a few more seconds, okay.
Okay,
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Then, okay, Sharon, what do you think?
Windsor.
You think Windsor Street.
Jen?
And Jen
Oh my
says
We're matching.
maybe we're right then.
Yeah, I'm going to say that. Because how can we both be wrong? Just kidding.
Oh well, this one, I think you might both know. What was
We were just talking
the
about
name of the podcaster who appeared on the show? Was it Jalen, Jason, or
Or Jade?
Jaden?
You gave
Other regular viewers will wonder why we're laughing at this, but oh well. We all know each other. Okay. Sharon, what's your answer?
It's Jalen.
Oh, look. Jen says Jalen too.
what is that? 5 for 5?
Secretly, we're cheating in the background.
5 for 5. Yeah,
We're texting each other.
there's 2 questions. I haven't got a tie break, so someone better differ in the next
no.
2 questions.
I'll probably will.
What was the first TV show that Paul reviewed?
Oh, shoot.
Was it House of Cards, House of Fun or House of Flowers?
I'm not.
I don't think it's one of these.
Yeah, it wasn't
Well-
me, right?
I think this is like the second one.
Didn't you review that Shadow and Bones?
Yeah. Thank you.
But do you know something?
We scored.
I got it wrong. I got it wrong. It was actually.
Oh shit.
It was the second
Yeah,
show. Oh my god. Okay, this. I don't know my own show.
I was like,
You
I
know
thought
something?
it was with that
Yeah,
guy from.
I'm going to give you both correct marks for that because you both realized that it was wrong.
Yeah, it was like,
Yes, actually, that was a trick question.
Because he made me put that on my watch list, so I remembered that
Oh
one.
my god, sorry.
It should have said second TV show. You know, where's a sub editor when you need one?
I was asleep.
Yes. So the first show was Shadow and Bone. The second show,
House of
especially
Flowers.
had been worded correctly, was House of Flowers. But there we go.
Yeah.
So we're all still level.
Okay.
That was like that
And only-
telenovela.
One question to go.
Oh, I remember
What
this.
cuddly toys appeared in the icing biscuit segment? Was it bunnies, puppies, or cows? Now there's an interesting one.
Wait, I have to think for a moment.
This could be one that separates them.
I think I got it.
Oh wait.
Jen's got the Sharon. You need some extra time? Do you need?
No, I just saw my score already.
Okay.
But I mean, am I allowed to? I guess say the answer.
Yes. What's your answer?
Bunnies.
Funny.
So I got the first answer wrong, most likely, because I don't remember the quote.
Oh, I don't know the quote.
That is the only one I had no.
Restart the quiz, Paul. Because what was the quote?
I had no faith in that answer.
Oh
I had
my-
6 out of 7.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
Oh,
have
you
to
guys-
reveal that it is a
I think
draw.
it's the because we both had the same answers, Jen.
You
I
both
think
have-
it's the
yes.
first question.
Yeah.
There's no way.
And you both
Which one
you
was
both know that you got the first one wrong. Yes.
I have an idea it's the first one because I don't remember your line.
Yes.
I think
well,
it must be
wasn't
in
it the
A.
second-
the line
Yeah,
was
I think it's
and
the
after that,
first one. They said it could have been
first one.
couldn't have been done, or is that the second line?
they said it couldn't be done.
Yeah.
But having
Yeah.
said that, I've now proved myself that I don't know my own show, so it might not have been. But we'll find out on the edit because I'll be going back to all the
So
clips.
it'll be a surprise for us.
That'll be a surprise. Yeah, it could be a surprise on when this
Oh
goes
my
out.
God.
So we won't know if we're the winners or the losers. I mean, actually, technically, we're tied, Jen.
You're tied anyway. Well,
Should we have a tie break? Oh
we'll
I know,
have to
hard
think.
questions.
We'll have to think of a tiebreak question.
my
There are 4 answers to this question, and they've got to be written down. So anyone
Shoot.
who has not got a pen and paper or notepad or notice board prepared, do so now.
So you do
Well,
not.
you should give a head start.
And,
You do not have to read it out
and if you
loud.
both tie after this, I don't know what we're gonna do.
Just declare winners.
So during the Eurovision episode, Paul and I did a beer tasting session. What were the 4 countries of the featured beers on the Eurovision special? So what countries did the 4 beers come from on that episode? I can give you a clue. They're all in Europe.
Oh no, I only remember 2 of them.
Just write it down.
Well, you might have to guess.
Mm.
And we'll give you a bit of extra time on this one.
You don't have to do klaxon for this.
Oh, okay, I remember the 3rd.
Can I quickly look at a map?
Paul is preparing and
I'm just thinking.
a further
I'm just
time
thinking
question.
European beers right now. Like, what are all the European beers?
I'm thinking what countries are in Europe.
Do you like my quizmaster voice, by the way?
Yes, I like all your voices you have. I mean, the first episode I introduced to my coworkers was the one where you're in a bath.
That was episode 2. That was a classic, that one.
I think that one had the most views, by the way.
I think they were.
I know.
I'm going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Show us your answers now. So that is
I'm
Sharon.
sorry. Germany, UK, and I don't remember the last one, so I wrote Bira.
Okay, right. Bira comes from Italy, and Jen says Germany, UK, France, and Ireland. Well, we have a winner. I can reveal that the countries were the UK or Britain, Germany. It's getting tense now because you both got those 2, didn't you?
Yeah.
Spain and Italy. Bera Moretti.
I forgot
from
Bira.
Italy.
I forgot that
Italy.
one.
Italian.
Italy.
It was brainwashed into my head because you guys kept saying it.
No,
And I was like, I haven't had that in a while. And
Even
San
though
Miguel is
it's
something
here.
I usually have. Filipinos have that.
They only make wine there.
Oh, well, they chose I figured you guys did a Spanish beer because it was taking place in Spain, right?
Not a
It
Spain.
wasn't in Spain. It was
I
in
Netherlands.
Was it
in
whatever
the
that
Netherlands.
place was? That why was Rotterdam?
Rotterdam.
Yeah,
That's
Rotterdam.
that's the Netherlands.
Because the previous winner was from there, like from.
Oh, I thought it was because you guys kept talking about Spain, so I just assumed it had to be Spain.
Right. Well,
That's my guess.
This is getting into the nitty gritty of Eurovision, but Eurovision has got 5 permanent countries who they automatically get to the final without having to perform in a semi-final first of all.
Yeah.
And those 5 countries, Spain is one of them. Spain,
They pay into it.
Italy, Germany, France, and the UK. And because those 5 countries, their national broadcasters pay the most amount of money into the Eurovision funding, so they automatically get to the final. Everyone else has to compete in a semi-final. But there you go. I know, not interested in that.
Well, that's it for this week. Next week, it's our big summer road trip, and we've got daily episodes starting on Monday, so I hope you can join us then. In the meantime, take a look at this, and we'll see you all week.